Welcome to Adventure in the Box.
Hello, my name is John McConville, and I am a committee member at Troop 769 in the Four Rivers District. And we're chartered by Nichols Bethel Methodist Church in Odenton. And some of the scouts of the troop are here today to talk to the Webelos about the different parts of the trees and plants that are found here in the general area. We are in my backyard, and this yard has a wide diversity of plants. We will do all the requirements for Into the Woods. The first one will be the two different groups of trees and the parts of the tree. Requirement 2 are 4 different plants, trees I should say, and what they're used for by man and animals. I might add all the trees that we show are native. We will also show some plants. Unless otherwise stated, the plants are native, and those plants, what the animals use them for. Then we will show you how to plant a tree or a bush, and then we will show you a stump with the yearly circles on the stump to give you an idea of what the life history of this tree was. And without further ado, I introduce 2 of my scouts.
So, there are 2 groups of trees. The 2 groups are called broadleaves and conifers. The broadleaves produce flowers and the conifers produce cones. There are 3 different parts of a tree. The first one is the roots. They produce nutrients and moisture, and they also anchor down the tree. The second part is the outer bark, and it protects the tree from insects and disease. The third part is the outer bark, the inner bark, underneath the outer bark, and it's called the cambium. Cambium has 2 layers. One transports food produced by the leaves into the trunk, branches, and twigs. The other layer transports moisture and nutrients from the roots to the crow of the tree. This is called the sapwood. This eventually becomes the heartwood in the center of the trunk. The yearly growth of there becomes the growth rings of the tree. There are 4 kinds of leaves. Chlorophyll usually makes the leaves green. It absorbs energy from sunlight to convert carbon dioxide, water, and soil nutrients into plant food. It also makes oxygen.
So there are 2 families of oak trees, white oak and red oak. White oak has leaves that are low, and red oak has leaves that have soft bristles on the edges. So there is an eastern white oak, which is about 60 to 80 feet tall, and acorns are important for squirrels, chipmunks, and especially deer in the winter. Native Americans pounded the acorn to make food. Willow oak, tall, slender tree, about 70 to 80 feet tall. The leaves look like willow tree leaves. Soft bristles at the edge of the leaf. Very small acorns, consumed by many mammals. Red oak family. Black oak, tall tree, 70 to 80 feet tall. Acorn, important winter food for mammals. Black oak, small to medium tree, 40 to 50 feet. Bristles at the end of the leaves, acorns, food for mammals. American holly, 10 to 40 feet tall. Evergreen leaves are prickly. Berries are red. Important for birds. Wood is used for ship models and piano. This is a popular tree for Christmas trees. Flowering dogwood, medium-sized tree, 10 to 40 feet tall. White flowers in the spring. Red berries, important food for birds, deer, skunks, squirrels, rabbits. Wood used for shutters, bobbing tool handles, mallets, and head of golf clubs. Black locust, medium size, 70 to 80 feet tall. Wood is very hard and make excellent fence posts. Seeds are eaten by many birds. Alright, plants. Poison ivy, they're in leaves of 3. There's white berries, and it's important for birds, and it can grow as a vine, ground or a small bush. If exposed to it, wash with cold, soapy water as soon as possible. Wash clothing separately. Cotton, 4 to 6 inches tall, red berries, strips of birds, deep root systems. Grow back each year. They grow back each year. Very soft and thick stem or trunk. Greenberry. Shallow root system, thick year thorn stems, a climbing vine, food for birds. Mile a minute, invasive, and it can grow up to 50 feet a year.
Okay, Scouts, please remember to drink your water. Thank you.
Alright, so this is a Rosa Sharon hedge bush. It grows into a hedge, so we're going to be planting it today, so it eventually will become a hedge that we can utilize. First, to plant the tree, we're going to clear a nice hole, face our roots straight down into the hole, and then fill the hole back around, making the dirt nice and flush. Then we're going to take a little bit of water and pour some water in here for the roots to soak up and utilize. So the best time to plant a plant is typically in the autumn, so that way it doesn't go into shock and it has plenty of time to soak up the water for the next year.
We're going to be going over how to identify how a tree lived its life by the rings on the tree. So a couple quick things we can identify about this tree is that some parts on the outer edges, the lines are closer together than what on the inside they would be. This is either because there's not enough water, the tree is not getting enough water, or the tree was leaning against a building or some sort of other structure or tree. Some other things we can identify about this is that if it had a hole in it or damage inside of the actual tree, the stump, that might mean a fire, an insect damage, or the tree just had a bad year. So normally the lines signify 1 year of the tree's growth. What you want to look for in these to make sure it's a healthy tree is evenly spaced lines throughout the tree going from the inner circle to the very outer circle. That's how you'd identify how a tree is healthy. Okay, so another thing about this tree is that it is around 45 years old. You can tell this because you just count the rings on the tree. So it's pretty simple. You just count 1, 2, 3, 4 until you get the very outer circle.
All right, so thank you for joining us for Adventure in the Box as we took our adventure into the woods. I want to give a special thank you to Troop 769 out of
Odenton, Maryland.
Can't hear you, 769.
Odenton, Maryland.
Yay, great job. Thank you so much for making this extra special for our Cub Scouts this August so that they can continue their scouting while at home with their adventure in the box. Thank you, Mr. Wayne. Thank you, Mr. McConville.
Stay hydrated.
You can learn more about forestry by getting the Boy Scouts of America Merit Badge series. Also, you can pop on over to the libraries. They're open right now and pick up some books and learn about trees. Happy adventure in the box, everyone. Let's go into the woods.